Welcome back to the JDW Sports Talk Show. In today's episode, I will be talking about Russell Kung, and he may be a really solid option for the Indianapolis Colts to target since he was just released by the Bears. The Bears releasing Carlos Leno Jr. is kind of a gift falling into Chris Ballard's lap if he chooses to take it. There are other guys like Russell Kung, Villanueva, Fisher. There's other guys out there that he may be more interested in than this guy, but I think Leno would be a solid guy because you could sign him for 1 year or even 2 years or maybe 3 years. He's not as old as the other options, so he may be, maybe a little longer than just a 1-2 year guy. Maybe he could be there for a little while longer than you'd think. Leno was a really solid left tackle in Chicago. Now will Chris Ballard bite on it? Maybe, maybe not, but I think Leno would be a solid addition to the Colts if they end up signing him. He's a very good pass protector, and he's a very solid run blocker. He's a solid guy, nothing crazy, nothing to write home about, but he's solid and he gets the job done. So I think Leno would be an extremely solid addition because, I don't think guys like Sam Tevi or Julian Davenport, Will Holden, or maybe even Will Fries aren't the guy at left tackle for us. I think we need someone who's going to protect Carson Wentz on his blind side because, especially with Carson Wentz being an injury-prone guy, you don't really want to take that chance because the more hits he's going to take, the more likely he is to get injured, and that's the last thing you want when you invest into a franchise guy. So I think Leno is a gift that was given from the Bears to the Colts. If the Colts decide to jump on it, if they do, if not, oh well. They did they did draft Tevin Jenkins, so it makes sense that they released him. But I think this is an opportunity that the Colts may need to jump on since they didn't address tackle in the draft. I was happy with the draft though. Darisaw was there, but if Chris Ballard thought Darisaw was going to be that guy that's going to be a really good tackle for us, he would have taken him. But he thought Kwity Paye was a much better option, and I do too. Maybe I don't believe it, but over time. Edge rusher was a huge need, so I don't see it as big of a problem. Maybe we'll have addressed it later on, but there just wasn't a guy on the board. Chris Ballard didn't want to reach. He didn't want to reach for anyone and waste a pick and then maybe even create another hole. So he doubled down on one big need on two very solid first round prospects in Paye and Adengbo. So yeah. That's what I think about Leno Jr. may possibly come to the Colts. I would not mind. I would really like him coming to the Colts. A guy like Quentin Nelson, and can help him out. And then if you help him with chipping tight ends, he'll be even better. You'd rather not do that because that kind of limits your offense a little more. But it'd be really nice to be able to not be able to chip him. But you may have to help him once in a while. But that's okay. Much better than Sam Tevi, Jamarcus Webb, or any of those other guys that we have waiting there to play. Even though Will Holden did actually play pretty decent versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, a very talented, a very stout Pittsburgh Steelers defensive line. But at the same time, you gotta, you can't be scared to get better, and you can't rely on him, because he's not really, I'm not talking bad about him, but I don't know if he's really that left tackle that you want to go into the season thinking go into the season saying, oh, he's a starter. I don't know if you necessarily want that, but Carlos Leno Jr. could really help this offense line out. Maybe Chris Ballard brought Tevian and Davenport to, battle it out for the left tackle, and then you have Will Fries and Will Holden. Maybe he's having those guys just battle out for it. You never know, but it's my thoughts on Carlos Leno Jr. maybe coming to the Colts. Let me know what you guys think, and if you enjoyed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. And I thank you for watching. Let's hope Chris Ballard gets the guy at left tackle, or 3 key words: trust the process. And I'll catch you later.